welcome to ABC Gluten Free. Thank you for joining us today. We are home and we're happy to be here, and we are loving the autumn, and the weather has been spectacular, right? Actually, it's been a little bit more like a summer fall, but we are enjoying it. So we hope you guys are having a great day. We're getting ready to do some of our fall favorites, and we want to thank Crowicki's Farm for some of their delicious items that we got from them last week. Not this one. But we got the apples, and we got these gorgeous peppers that we're going to be stuffing today for you. So, oh, whoopsie daisy. Sophia, you okay? Yeah. And you guys know my awesome helpers. This is Sophia and Jeremiah. Jeremiah's going to be on the back burner doing some stuff for us in the oven. Sophia's going to be up front doing her chopping stuff. And we're going to be rolling out some dough because we're making some apple spice donuts. What do you think about that? We're making some stuffed peppers with pepperoni stuffed peppers. Those are going to be delicious. What else are we making? We're making a warm butternut squash salad, which is going to be super delicious. You'll have to wait and see. We have a nice pomegranate. Maybe. We have a nice pomegranate that we're going to be using today. But we're going to get started, so we hope you guys BYON, right, Sophia? Yeah? What does that mean?
Bring your own napkin.
Bring your own napkin, because you're going to be drooling over. Our first thing we're going to be making is the donuts.
Yay!
And we have to make, and we have gluten-free Dad here today and gluten-free Grandma, and they're waiting to eat, so we really need to get started. Because, why? If we don't feed them, what happens?
Daddy.
If we don't feed them, what happens?
They don't clean.
They don't help us clean up. So we have to pay the piper. So in order to pay the piper, we're going to make our apple spice donuts, and we're going to start really quick with the recipe. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're going to use both. No, we need both, but it doesn't matter which one you use. All right, so for the spice donuts, we're really doing a very simple dough recipe. The only difference with this dough recipe is not a yeast, it's a baking powder, baking soda recipe. And we're going to actually chill the donuts in the freezer before we bake them, so they don't just kind of fall apart. And when you're doing gluten-free baking or frying or cooking, sometimes you have to tweak recipes a little bit to figure out the way that it works for you. So this morning we were tweaking a little bit more, because we didn't have too much time to tweak this week, right? Tweak this week, that rhymed. So we were doing it this morning. We found out that this recipe you cannot fry. So please don't try to fry it. We love fried donuts, but that's not happening today. We're going to bake them for you.
Mom, this is made in France.
Oh, okay, wow. All right, so for the first part, we're going to be doing about 1.5 cups of our gluten-free flour.
I'm going to use the tiny part.
Sophia, I need you to do the butter and the sugar. We're going to take 2 ounces of butter. We're using our gorgeous Kerrygold. Now you can see the difference. You can taste the difference, and it's really, really, really delicious. We're going to do that in a separate bowl. Sophia's going to do, hold on a minute. Yeah, 2 tablespoons of Kerrygold butter. And about 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, you can do 1/2 cup if you want more sugar, but don't do more than that. Jeremiah, you going to do the butter and the sugar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so 1/4 cup of sugar. I'm going to just eyeball it. There you go. And we're going to just kind of blend that up together. The butter is at room temperature, so that should be nice and soft. We're doing an egg-free version, and you can do a dairy-free if you substitute your Kerrygold butter. Substitute that for your Earth Balance, or some coconut butter, something like that, whatever is, best for you. You can even use, if you want to do a soy butter, if you can have soy, you can do that. All right, so Sophia's got the dry ingredients. She has 1.5 cups of our gluten-free flour. We have about 1 teaspoon of baking powder.
Wait, don't do the baking soda yet.
Okay. I won't. We're going to do about 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
Don't pour it yet.
Okay, I won't do it yet. We just have some plain salt, a little bit of cinnamon, and some vanilla extract. Now, if you're searching for extracts that are gluten-free, Wegmans has a great affordable brand, and it says gluten-free right on the label there, so you don't have to look around and see where it says and try to figure it all out. So that's simple for you guys to do. 1/2 teaspoon. Yeah, 1/2 teaspoon. Jeremiah's just blending up the butter and the sugar. If you want to use your mixer, you just incorporate that for about 2 minutes on medium. Just keep going until it's ready. Jeremiah, keep going. Yes, she knows fractions. 1/2 teaspoon. Good girl. Okay, now you're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So that's 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We're going to do about 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Now, if you want to change the flavor of this basic recipe, You can incorporate whatever you want. You want to do a raspberry extract, a mint extract, a lemon extract, a coffee extract, or whatever it is that you decide to do. Just use this basic recipe, change the extract, and change a little bit more of the ingredients that we're going to put in it, and you'll be set. You can even do a pumpkin if you wanted to. Okay, so we're going to do 1 teaspoon. Always measure over your bowl in case you spill. Okay. We should have done all the dry first, but Sophia's going to do half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Did you do the salt already?
Yeah.
Try to move our stuff over as we put it in so we don't repeat. And then what I have in here is a half a cup of almond milk with a splash of apple cider vinegar, and that's going to be our buttermilk version. You can use a cream coconut in the can if you like. You can use coconut milk, soy milk, flax milk, hemp milk, hazelnut milk, whatever milk that you like to do. Just put that splash of apple cider vinegar in it and let it sit. When it, oh, we have a power out. When it comes to room temperature and that apple cider vinegar starts to make it like a buttermilk, or you can just use buttermilk if that's what you're capable to do. Jeremiah, we shut down here. Can you go check?
The lights are back on.
What?
Fine.
Jeremiah, could you please go check? We shut down. Alright, so if we're on, we're going to just keep rolling because we have our GoPro going. And Jeremiah's just creaming the butter and the salt. We have the oven on 350. And we're going to actually start mixing our wet and our dry into our wet. So Sophia, you're going to actually start doing that. We just have the butter and the sugar nice and creamed. We're not doing any eggs. We're going to do applesauce instead.
Mama, I made a diamond shape like a diamond on a horse's head.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Where? Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, we off. We're on. Oh, okay. So we're going to be using our applesauce that we made homemade. This applesauce is really just cooked down. Yeah, I see that. That's nice.
You put it in.
It's just a bunch of cooked down apples that I just let sit in the refrigerator until I need them. It has the skin and everything right in there, so we just kind of put it all in. Alright, so we're going to do about a tablespoon of that, and that's going to be our egg replacer. That is, Sophia, let me just incorporate this really quick. Now, if you wanted to, you could use your egg. You could use your egg replacer. It's totally up to you. Move over a little bit, please. I'm gonna like smash up that apple a little bit so it gets incorporated into that butter and the sugar. Those are that apple skins. The apple skins bring a certain fiber to the actual dough mix and also kind of like a binder, like that pectin binder. Now if you have your food processor or you have just, you know, a basic mixer that you would use, you can just kind of put everything in there and do it. You don't have to do it by hand like we're doing. Okay. Alright, Sophia, so you're going to start putting the dry into here and you're going to start mixing it up with the fork. Let's take this away. Hold on a second. And then we have our buttermilk ready to go as soon as, oh, you're supposed to just do a little bit at a time. That's okay. That's fine. Alright, now on our last recipe that we did with the donuts, we put a little bit of mascarpone or ricotta cheese in it. We were doing like an Italian donut almost.
By the way, these are not holy donuts.
No, these are not. We don't talk about the holy donuts right now. Don't talk about the holy donuts.
We don't have any holy donuts. We never made any.
You don't know about any holy donuts.
We never made any holy donuts. It's just a name I wanted to say.
Alright, so we're incorporating the applesauce, the butter, the sugar with our gluten-free flour blend with the salt, baking powder, baking soda. So if you have your pen, write it all down. Now we have our buttermilk. Yes, we have the cinnamon and vanilla. Right, thank you for reminding me. Now we have our buttermilk and we're going to try to make our dough.
In a minute.
You're going to start putting that in. We're only going to put as much as we need to form that dough. We might have to do the wet-dry game that we play often, but we want to make sure we have a nice soft dough. We want to make sure we're going to roll it out on plastic so it doesn't stick to everything. And then we're going to freeze those for about 5 minutes. And then you can actually start, you can freeze while your oven is heating up, even though ours is already heated.
Go.
Go ahead, Jeremiah, go.
No, not, oh.
Oh well, we'll say the wet dry game. Okay. Now any flavored donuts, it's totally up to you. But you're going to still use the ingredients that we used. You're just going to maybe add your pumpkin, take out the applesauce, you can do that. You can do a savory donut, you can do like an avocado if you like, and substitute the avocado. Oh, don't do that yet. We're not ready for that yet. Let's do a little bit. No, not yet.
Dough on my eyebrow.
You okay? All right, we're going to do about a tablespoon of flour, and let Sophia get into that. Jeremiah, can you get the plastic wrap for us ready? We need a sheet across the front here so we can roll out the dough. We have our donut cutter, and although it's a spectacular thing to have in your kitchen, you don't have to have it. You can just use a glass and an apple corer, and we're going to show you both ways today because we want you to be able to make your donuts, make them look pretty, and even if you don't have equipment, you know, like a donut cutter or something like that. Jeremiah, need the donut cutter.
It's over here.
Everybody pretty much has an apple core in their house.
Into a bowl?
Yeah, but don't put it on here because we're going to put it right on the plastic. I think everybody has an apple core in their house. It's like a basic tool that everybody has. So that's going to be our middle of our donut. And this is going to be the outer surface of our donut. And we also have our donut cutter, which actually does the entire thing for you. If you don't want to spend the money on the donut cutter, it's fine. You can just use whatever you have at home. Jeremiah, I need a longer piece of plastic wrap, please, all the way from here to Sophia. We'll save this.
I think
we're going to roll out our dough to about...
more flour.
Okay. All right, you don't want too much because we don't want to... Here, do your fingers. Fingers, there you go. You don't want to do too much dough because with gluten-free baking, if you do too much flour, if you do too much flour, it'll tend to get hard. Even though it's being absorbed, your dough will be hard, and sometimes your baked good will be a little bit hard, and you don't want that to happen. So you want to kind of stop and let it rest for a second. Jeremiah, can you hold that for a minute? Sophia, stop what you're doing for 1 second. Move this over here. Pull it out, Sophia. Can you pull it out or no? Right. Jeremiah, pull that all out. Pull that out. Pull that part. Pull your side and I'll pull my side out of that. Sophia, move. Oh, sorry, honey. Okay. So we want to get our plastic wrap ready to receive the dough. And what we're going to do, Jeremiah, let go now. What we're going to do is just kind of bring it out onto the plastic wrap. Sophia can make that into a nice ball, or you want to go wash your hands. Which
I'll
one?
make it into a nice ball.
Okay, she's going to make that into a nice ball, and we're just going to get rid of our ball for now. We might need to use it later, so we'll hold on to it. No, you just need to pull it up. You need to pull it up and roll it. Yeah. Alright, so she's just getting it into a nice dough ball. And then we're going to use this plastic wrap to roll it out. Good girl. Okay, that looks good. Let me see it. I'm going to just hold it up so you guys can see. It's very soft, a little bit sticky, not too much. And what we're going to do is just put it onto the plastic wrap. We're going to cover it with the one side, and we'll roll it out. Now, as we're doing this, we're just going to kind of turn it so we get the right shape that we want.
Can I do it too?
Yeah, just let Mommy do the first run, okay? We're going to turn it, and we're going to just keep rolling it out until we get the size that we want, about a ½ inch. Now, you're probably going to get between 9 to 12 donuts out of this, depending on how big or how small you make them. And it's always a good idea to let your dough rest. Whatever kind of dough you're making, any batter, any doughs, it's always a good idea to let it rest and for all the ingredients to kind of meld together. Alright, so we have our dough here. And what we're going to do now, Sophia has the donut cutter, and I have the glass and the apple corer. We're going to get a little bit of flour in our bowl, and she's going to dunk her donut cutter into the bowl. And I'm going to dunk my glass. Hold on, Mommy, show them first and then you can see. I'm just dunking it into the glass. I'm dunking the glass into the flour. I'm going to cut one round out. And that should come right off. And then I'm going to do the center for the donut. And then Jeremiah's going to give us a baking sheet. Thank you, honey. That we're going to actually put everything on. That fits in the freezer.
I want to do this instead.
Okay, hold on 1 second then. We're going to show you the donut cutter. Let me just show you the donut cutter. We're going to do the donut cutter. We just put in the flour. That's not going to fit in the freezer, but I guess we can put it in the fridge. So we have two shapes I'm going to show you. I wouldn't lift this up normally because what I'm going to do is cut it all out and then I'm going to lift, listen, then I'm going to lift around it. So, but I just want to show you. This is the donut cutter. Jeremiah, put that over here.
Looks like a zero.
Yeah, it looks like a zero. Okay, and now I'm going to show you the size for the glass that we used. The plastic wrap is very helpful when you have gluten-free baking. Okay, so now here's the size of the glass. So it's up to you which one you like better. Do you like a little bit of a fatter donut or a little skinnier donut? So those are the two different sizes. Can you see that? Jeremiah, would you bring that up closer so they can see? Sophia's going to start cutting and she's going to finish that. And then we're going to get those into the refrigerator for a little bit. Our little holes here, you can either bake them separate or you can re-roll them and do it all again. You want to cut one? No? Okay, bring this closer to you. Watch. Mom's going to pull it closer to you. There you go.
Perfecto.
Alright, so the fun part is really rolling the dough and cutting the shape and then getting those into the oven. We're going to bake them just the way they are. We're not putting anything on top. We're not glazing them. And we're going to do a little bit of a drizzle on the top later on.
Perfecto.
You going to do it, Jeremiah? Okay.
Come over here, brother.
It's coming from the side. You want me to get it out, Jeremiah? Normally we would leave all that and do it later, but ours can do that. Fine. So we're just keeping our donuts in nice shape. The dough is really soft. It's more like a, I'm going to ask gluten-free Dad, was it more like a cake donut, gluten-free Dad? More like a cake donut? Sophie and I thought it was a cross between a scone and a donut, something like that. It was nice and light. We did a little coffee version this morning, which you and I liked, right?
I like the frosting.
That's why I told you not to do that. Because it's gonna come apart, so if you decide to do that, you wanna pull away from all the edges. Hold on 1 second. And then you wanna lift it up using your plastic wrap to your advantage. And now see we have the donut with the hole. We're just gonna pop the hole out. And the hole we don't need. We're going to just put that together with the rest of the dough to make another donut. Now these are baked donuts. We love fried donuts and we do make fried donuts frequently. But these are just a baked version, a little bit lighter, not so heavy and kind of greasy. And they really do come out nice. They're great for a cup of coffee, which we're going to have Jeremiah make later for us, right? Okay, let me get this out. Let me get this out, please. You want to flip over your plastic. Take that stuff off. Flip your plastic over so you can get your donut off of the plastic wrap and then just put it right onto your baking sheet. Now we're going to stop this for now, Sophia, because we have to keep going. Alright? We're going to let Jeremiah put this in the refrigerator for about 5 to 10 minutes and then we're going to get it baked in the oven. Jeremiah can put the dough in the fridge too. We're going to refrigerate the rest of our dough and we can make some more donuts later. You want to do that later? And put that in the fridge. Alright, so we're just going to kind of put our stuff all in our bowl so we can get rid of it.
I'm flying, Mommy.
You're flying? We're going to clean up our mess on our countertop here. And we're going to get started on our next item. What are we doing next, Sophia? What are we doing next? We're doing our...
Stuffed peppers.
You want to do stuffed peppers next? Okay, we're going to do the stuffed peppers next. So why don't you get our stuffing in our plate? For the stuffed peppers, we kind of like to do our own thing, especially... You know, when you're making recipes and you go gluten-free, you just want to really replace just the item that needs to be gluten-free in order for you to enjoy your meal. And sometimes if you're gluten, dairy, soy-free, and all those other allergens, you kind of have to start replacing more things than one, which kind of makes the recipe a little bit harder. But we're going to do here, we have, Sophie, come on up. Oh, we don't need that. You put that away. We have our bread cubes that have been soaking in the almond milk. You could do rice milk, flax milk, hemp milk, whatever milk you want to do. We have that soaking here for about 15 to 20 minutes. So our bread got really soft. Sophie and I are going to cut the pepperoni, and we're going to put it right into the bread mix.
Can Bubby cut with us?
If he wants to, yeah. Sophie, get your cutting board. We have 2 sticks of pepperoni here that we bought. We found ones that we can have, actually we normally only eat the Applegate one, or the one from Wegmans, but we found another brand that we can have. So we're going to use that today since it was available. All right, come on. Come on, guys. Alright, so these are our beautiful peppers that we got from Christina at Kowicki Farm. Thank you so much, Christina, for the peppers and the apples. And what we're going to do to these peppers is just cut the top off and take the seeds out. Sophia, why don't you do the peppers? Cut the tops off and take the seeds out. What we have ready is actually this is our pizza sauce from one of our previous episodes. And we had that ready, we had a bunch of it left over. So we're actually going to use that for our stuffed peppers.
Cut it and
cut the top off and take the seeds out, yep. We're going to put a little bit in the bottom of the pan. This is just our baking sheet here, our baking pan. Just like a Pyrex that we have. We're going to put a little bit in the bottom. We're going to actually put some of it into the stuffing mix because we want to soften up that bread a little bit. Let me have this and we'll do that. And then we're going to add some of our spices to it. So I'm going to do about 2 tablespoons of the sauce. And I also have a little bit of our pecorino romano cheese. I'm going to put about 1 tablespoon of that. You can use your Daya, you can use Irish cheddar, whatever you like. You can use mozzarella, buffalo mozzarella, whatever. We love the buffalo mozzarella, right, Sophia? And I'm going to... Yes. I'm just going to grab our spice blend and I'm going to put a little spices in there.
This looks like a little elf hat.
Does it? We're going to stuff the elf hat.
See?
Yeah.
They should be called elf peppers.
Elf peppers, there you go. We've got a little bit of spice we're going to put in there. And we have some of our garlic powder. If you're familiar with Badia, Badia is a Spanish company and all of their items are certified gluten-free. Well, actually, I don't know if all of them are, but most of them are certified gluten-free, and you'll see that little thing on the top there. So if you need to buy spices and you're not really sure, you can stick to Badia.
That seasoning sounds good.
It's garlic. And then our seasoning from Chef John's Garden that we just put in one of our jars that we had.
I put that on the French fries.
Yeah, that sounds good, Sophia. All right,
Another
Jeremiah, you're
elf
doing...
hat. This is the chief elf.
That's the chief elf. We're going to do stuffed elf hats for the holidays. That sounds like a good idea.
This is the chief elf hat.
This
Wait,
is actually...
no. This is the chief elf.
Okay. This is actually a really great appetizer to start off your holiday dinner. It would be nice. It looks nice on the plate. It's pretty simple. You can make them up ahead of time. And you can make a really nice presentation with that. And everybody gets their own. I love when everybody has their own little dish or their own little sample. All right, so we've got this. I need pepperoni in here, guys. Jeremiah, throw me some pepperoni in there. Thank you, thank you. You can cut them smaller too. You have more pepperoni here. You might want to do another about this much. Look, right here. So we're just gonna mix the pepperoni up in the
Another elf. The
stuffing.
chief elf hat is prepared.
Chief elf hat is prepared.
See, it doesn't even look like.
All right, so Sophia did a great job taking out the seeds.
This one looks most like an elf hat.
Yeah, that does look good, and it's red, so perfect for the holidays, right? So we're just gonna start stuffing our peppers. Now, if you have a small pepper like we do, you might just want to go ahead and use your fingers, so you can get down in there and stuff it.
This is a seedless pepper.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's only seeds right
Now
there.
we're just gonna stuff it and put it right into our baking dish.
See? There's only seeds in here.
Okay. God bless you. God bless you. We're gonna try to stuff it all the way down into that elf hat there. A little bit. The pepper maybe didn't get you. All right, so we're just gonna keep stuffing our peppers until we get all the way to the top. You want to make sure you get down in there. You don't want any empty spots. Jeremiah, what's that? Okay. He said nothing, so I'm assuming it's nothing. If our oven is at 350 now, we can put in our donuts. Now our donuts are going to bake for about 12 to 15 minutes. Jeremiah's going to check them at 15. We want to make sure they're nice, that they've risen a little bit, and that they're nice and done on the inside. Jeremiah, you want to get the donuts in the oven there? Oops, I just ripped our pepper. That's okay.
It's been like that.
No, I just did that. Yeah, I did.
The baby elf.
Oh, maybe. That must be yours, Sophia.
I know.
When you're putting them in the pan, you can just lay them however you like. You can put them close together because they're going to kind of steam a little bit. Gluten-free Grandma, did you used to cook these on the stove or in the oven? In the oven covered with foil? Yeah. So you can cover them with foil if you like. And if you want them to get a little bit browner or whatever on the top, you can put them under the broiler real quick.
Oh, where did this one come from?
I don't know. Alright, so I'm just stuffing the peppers. I'm trying to get a piece of like pepperoni and stuffing all the way down to the bottom there. Now if you're grain-free, you want to use your grain-free bread and your grain-free ingredients, you can go to the Gluten and Grain-Free Gourmet Jen and order her stuffing packet. That would be perfect for these peppers. That would be yummy. Then you just have to substitute your pepperoni for possibly a prosciutto or a fresh pork, ground pork. So what did we do this week, guys? We had a good week, right? We went for a bike ride. We went and met some new people. Who did we meet this week?
You met new people?
We met new people, yeah. We always meet new people.
Can I stuff this?
Sure. Do you want to get your hands dirty?
Yeah.
Okay. Sophia's going to stuff the last pepper, and that extra stuffing...
No, it's not the last one. You forgot the baby.
Oh, I thought you were going to do that. You want to do the baby? Okay, I'll do the baby. I'm going to stuff the baby. Go ahead.
Do I just take my
Just pick it up and put it in there, yep. And then you can wash your hand when you're done. The best part about these stuffed peppers really is the pepperoni. So you can't go wrong with a little bit more pepperoni. I'm sure gluten-free Dad would agree that we like a lot of pepperoni in our stuffed peppers. And if they're spilling out the top, that's okay because they look really yummy. Sophie, you have a spot for yours, okay. The rest of the stuffing, it's completely up to you. You can stuff something else. You can do a zucchini. You can just bake it in the oven. Sure.
Because I put a lot.
Or you can take this stuffing and put it on the bottom of your peppers and just let it bake with the rest of them. Which is what we're going to do. We do have another pepper though we can stuff, right? No. Okay, that's good, Jeremiah. We should have waited for that. Oh, okay, that's yours. Let's put all of the stuffing on the bottom here. Take that spoon out for me, please. Thank you. We're going to just put that down on the bottom. We're going to lay our pepper right on the top there. Now that stuffing is good for just about anything. I don't know about you, but pepperoni and bread, it's just so yummy.
Where's
Go ahead,
the
put your pepper there.
Where's mine?
Just put it anywhere. Okay, just wash my hands quick, and then, yeah, go ahead, put it there. Get rid of this. Then I'm just going to take some of that tomato sauce that we have and put it on top. Ooh, there goes my clipboard. We're going to put this in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. Jeremiah can cover this with some foil if he likes. Sophie, you don't have to worry about it.
Yay!
It's okay.
I fixed it.
And I'm actually going to put a little bit of water in that pan. I want to put water in the pan. So you have the water about a quarter of a way up the pan. Jeremiah's going to cover that with foil, and we're going to put it in a 350 oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Now he's hungry? Oh, he's sleepy. Okay, clean up our mess, Sophia. Clean up our mess. You didn't clean that up. What did she do? Did she even clean anything up? Thank you, Jeremiah. Thank you, honey. Pick it all up and put it in the garbage. Our next item that we're going to get moving on is our butternut squash warm salad. This is a really great fall or autumn delicious meal. You can even turn this into just a meal in itself. Sophia, put it here. Jeremiah, I'll take the West Bend when you're ready.
I'll get your
For the butternut squash warm salad, we're going to be using some apples, and we're going to use a pomegranate, and we'll wait for that later. We're going to wait for that later.
This is your cutting board.
I'll take the West Bend, and then we're going to get started with, actually the butternut squash, you can put it in the oven and roast it, and that's really what I would typically do. Roast the butternut squash in those little cubes, and thank you. You can find those cubes actually already done for you in the grocery store. You can buy them in a package so you don't have to fight with that butternut squash. But what we did in order to soften up the butternut squash so we don't have to fight with it, hopefully, is we roast in the oven for about 20 minutes on 350.
Let's do this.
Can I have the butternut squash, Jeremiah? Sophia, you're going to do some chunks of apples or sliced. Which one do you want to do? Sliced apples or chunks of apples? Okay, so you can do chunks. I'll take that. I need the cutting board. Thank you. All right, well, he can start that. I'm going to just use my really heavy-duty knife to cut our butternut squash. You can see it was roasted a little bit. You see those marks there? And it is a little bit soft. I I'm going to get this on to 350, if I can see, and I'm going to add some olive oil to there so that I can get that nice crisp on the butternut squash. Excuse me, Caroline. You know, you can get me a dish for this. So I'm just going to cut off the ends of the butternut squash. You can see it was very soft. I really didn't have to fight with it at all.
That's where the seeds are, at the end of the butternut squash.
And I'm going to actually skin it from the top down.
I need to make a cutting board.
You do? Now, if you don't want to do all of this work, go and get the pre-cut butternut squash in the grocery store. They actually have it in the veggie section right by the salads.
Mama, where's the other clear cutting board?
We got our gorgeous butternut squash at the farmer's market, so I can never pass this up. What, Sophia?
Ow. Found it.
Okay. Jeremiah, put the donuts in the oven?
Yeah.
Donuts are in the oven at 350. Stuffed peppers are in the oven at 350. We're getting ready to eat, so we hope you guys brought your own napkin, because these are some of our fall favorites, our autumn love. Butternut squash is probably one of my favorite things. We love butternut squash soup. We love butternut squash mashed. I don't know, I just love this. So now we're going to do a warm salad for you. Pay attention to what I'm doing. So this week we had the pleasure of meeting a family-owned business that we're going to be presenting to you on the show in a few weeks. We can't wait to have Gabrielle here with us. We're very excited. She has a premium product, a sausage product that we're going to be sharing with you.
Right?
You can do diced or sliced, whatever you want to do. Jeremiah, can I have some olive oil, please?
Oh, this one got boo-boo.
All right, so I'm just cutting down the sides here. I'm getting all the skin off. Thank you. I just need a little bit, and then you can take it out.
Shall see.
Take it out.
No,
I'm gonna let the olive oil get a little bit hot while I cube up the butternut squash. I'm gonna just do the top portion right now, since
Is
it's
this
easier.
hot?
Is what hot?
The butternut squash.
It's going to be. Oh, you mean right this moment? No. Jeremiah, I'm gonna need a plate for the salad. You get me one of those. Something nice. So if you've never skinned a butternut squash before, this is typically the way you would do it. It's not that hard once that it's a little bit cooked. Now the bottom is a little bit harder than here. So this side is a little bit more cooked than the other side. So I'm gonna leave this for later. That's where all the seeds are too. So if you wanna toast up your seeds, you wanna open that up and get those seeds toasted in the oven.
Where are the seeds? I want to see the seeds.
I'm not gonna open it right now. I'm just gonna start making some cubes for the butternut squash. If you want exact cubes, you might have to tune into a different channel. We're just gonna do a rustic cut.
Can I help you cube when I'm done with this?
Yeah, sure. Okay, now my oil should be hot. I'm just gonna kind of move it around a little bit. Yep, I see it's smoking nice, so we can toss in our butternut squash.
Oh, that's a big boo-boo.
Now, since we cooked it halfway, we really don't have to cook it that long. Is that a big boo-boo? Get rid of it. I'm gonna do one more side and I'll let Sophia do the other part. Cubing the butternut squash, you really need a good knife. You want to make sure it's sharp and you have your cutting board ready, and that it's not sliding all over the place. Your cutting board sliding?
No.
Okay, good. So what are you doing with the apples? Are we doing cubes or slices? I wanted slices just to give you a contrast of shapes. So we have the cubes of the butternut, the slices of the apple, and then we're going to have some really delicious toasted walnuts and a little bit of our pomegranate seeds. That's going to be our warm salad for today. Now it actually is pretty warm out. So if this is more of a cool salad, more of an autumn salad, which is what we were doing, but it's quite alright. You can enjoy it any time of the year. As long as you can get the butternut squash and the ingredients that you need, you'll be fine. Do you want me to cut this or are you going to do it?
I'll do it.
Alright, so why don't you just put that to the side for now. We're going to get rid of our butternut squash. You can actually put it in a bowl. Let me get your bowl. There you go. She's going to just put her apples in a bowl for a minute. I'm going to just move this Now this is really cute, isn't it? It looks almost like a pumpkin. This is our pumpkin that we got that at the farm, right?
Nice.
You get the pumpkin at the farm?
Yeah. You picked your
Thank you, Gemma.
I'm gonna use this one.
Oh no.
Be
I'll
careful.
watch you. Go ahead. You're gonna cut cubes, right? Chef Gus would be really proud if he saw you cutting cubes of butternut squash right now.
This is hard to cut.
Okay, don't do that one. Don't do that one. Stop. Turn it to the side where it's flat. Now do it. There you go. She has a little bit of the harder part. I should have cut that myself. There you go. You okay? You want to let your mind do the rest?
No.
No. She's determined to do it. All right, what we're going to do is a little bit of salt and pepper on this. Jeremiah, can I have that Himalayan sea salt? And, we have pepper.
Yeah,
I think I forgot to buy the pepper.
back there.
We need peppercorns, right?
Yes, we do.
We need peppercorns. We're running low on the peppercorns. Thank you. All right, you can stop putting it in. I don't want it to cook at separate times. If you're putting chunks in that weren't, that are not cooked, and then you have stuff that's cooking already, timing's going to be off, and you don't want to have some hard pieces and some soft pieces. Oh, that smells really good. If you like butternut squash, you're going to love this. And you kind of want to leave it alone and let that one side crisp up really nice. Like, I'll show you this one. Look at that. You got a nice caramelization on that one side. So we're going to leave it alone. And we're going to toss some of the apples in there. We're going to save some of these apples. That might be a little too much. We had 2 large apples, right? Did we do all that?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe.
Right, so can you put the apples, the butternut squash in there? Somebody, what are you eating?
Apple.
He's eating something. I don't even know what.
He's eating apples.
How are the donuts coming? I'm going to send him back with our cake tester. Jeremiah, here.
I
got a
can't
cake.
touch this.
For our birthday, we got a cake tester, thanks to gluten-free Dad. And it's purple. Purple is the color of allergen-friendly or allergen-free items in the restaurant business. So if you're color coding your things in your house, you can do one color. Orange if it's orange, or purple if it's purple, if you have to designate one item from another, or gluten-free items from, gluten items, or allergen-free items from each other. But in the restaurant business, it's purple. And we love purple, don't we? One of my favorite colors. I'm going to save this for later because we can use this for juice. We don't want to get rid of that. Alright, so I have some leeks. I'm going to toss some leeks into there. Now this is what I normally do with the leeks, is if I get that big bunch and I'm not using them all, I slice them up, make sure I wash them really good, and then I put them in the freezer in little baggies. So then when I need leeks, I have them ready. And I don't have to do all that while your hand hurts. You want me to massage it?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that better?
Up there.
Oh, up here. What?
It's
So you
because
have your
I'm going-
leeks ready, and you don't have to worry about it. So we just put a few leeks in there. Jeremiah and Sophia, yeah. We can get the nut chopper and start chopping our walnuts.
Jeremiah, you want to chop some walnuts?
We have some really gorgeous walnuts that we got at the store, and we toasted them earlier so they can kind of sit and let those oils get nice. We're just going to chop them and get them ready for the top of our salad. Do you have a nice spoon for me for our salad? Yeah, right? Okay. Stop. No, stay here. No, stay here. She's thirsty. She needs a drink. Here, have some water. She doesn't want the water, that's why. Okay. Alright, do we have a nice plate for our salad? The next thing, you don't know? The next item that we have for our salad is
I gotta cut that.
Mommy's gonna cut this because it makes a mess. I need that big knife.
I'll have the parts that have the messy part. I'll have the...
I need that big knife. Where's my big knife? I'm just gonna wipe off my big knife that we were cutting with our butternut squash. Sophia loves pomegranate. Her and I have a nice time.
Oh, look at that.
We sit at breakfast and have a nice pomegranate. Don't do that. Right? We sit at breakfast and have a nice pomegranate together.
Did you get a lot of pomegranates?
No, I didn't.
Whoa.
So for the pomegranate, there's many different ways you can cut it. We're just cutting it down the middle, and then we're going to cut sections so that we can pop out those gorgeous seeds. And if you look at this, you kind of just, there's the jackpot, right? Look at that. We've got juice everywhere. You got it? Got it? Catch it. That's because I got pomegranate juice. Pomegranate is a really powerful antioxidant. It's good for your heart, your brain, your lungs. It's delicious.
And it makes delicious juice. So what? I bet we can make our own pumpkin.
We could, but we're not going to. That pom juice that we buy, it's like 16 pomegranates in that one bottle.
I love you, pom juice.
Yeah, we're not going to be doing that. Jeremiah, did you give me pepper or we don't have any? I guess we don't have any. I'm going to just use our spice mix from Chef John.
You want pepper? I have pepper.
No, it's okay. Thank you. Okay. We're going to turn a little bit. Yes. We're going to turn a little bit of our warm salad that we're making. We have our leeks, our apples, and we have our butternut squash.
Mama, look at those donuts.
Oh, the donuts look good.
Ooh, they're puffy.
Now I'm going to get Sophia to make a little bit of a nice drizzle for our donuts. You want to start to do the drizzle for the donuts?
Here.
You sure? All right. We're going to do powdered sugar. It's not the best thing, but we didn't make our own powdered coconut sugar today. So we're going to have to go with that. Sophia's going to need a little sifter. You're going to sift the powdered sugar, honey. You need to sift the powdered sugar. Okay? I got a piece of plastic wrap for you. We've got a piece of plastic wrap that we're going to just sift our powdered sugar right onto.
What? We're not using this?
Can you listen to what I'm saying? You're going to sift the powdered sugar onto it. God bless you. All right. God bless you. Put your thing out. Okay, now sift the powdered sugar and then you can put it in the bowl. Now this is where your flavoring comes in. Whatever flavor you think you'd like to put on your apple spice donut. I keep saying pumpkin spice because that's what I wanted to make, and the coffee one, but nobody really likes pumpkin except for Sophia and I. So we have our nice apple spice donut, and we're going to do the powdered sugar glaze. What kind of glaze should we make? Just plain?
No.
Or should we do a cinnamon spice? Gluten-free Dad, should we do a cinnamon spice drizzle on the top? Cinnamon spice Whitten. So we're going to add some cinnamon to our drizzle. A little bit of cinnamon.
And
So
now
Sophia's going to put that in.
I don't know how to do this.
Go. You were right. Fold it up. Okay, now she did a good job with that.
Why?
Now all we need milk. We need our coconut milk, almond milk. A teeny tiny bit of almond milk because we really want to make it thick. Mommy has to do this part. I'm going to actually pour it right into the cap. Right into the cap. That's 1 capful. And I'm going to let her whisk that around a little bit and see if that's enough. Our veggies are starting to cook really nice. Oh, we've got some nice caramelization on those sides there that we let sit.
Mama.
Yeah.
No.
No, keep going. You're good. We'll wait and see. I'm just going to turn that over.
It's becoming dough.
Got nice leeks. This smells really good. I wish you guys could smell it. Look at this. It's gorgeous, right? Okay. So we did 1 capful. We're going to do a teeny tiny bit more. Go. That was a little less than half of a capful. There we go. Now, Jeremiah can take the donuts off and put them on our cooling rack. Then we can drizzle them. We can dip them in our topping if we need to. Our salad is almost done. I'm just going to test. That's hot. Holy moly. You didn't set that down on the blackboard, did you? Alright. We've got delicious butternut squash, apples, and leeks cooking for our warm salad. We have our beautiful apple sliced donuts. And we also have our stuffed peppers in the oven. We're waiting patiently for those. Okay, so we had the peppers prepared for you, and we're going to get those out in a few minutes. Let me see. I think that's enough. It looks nice. Think that's enough?
Maybe.
We hope so. Now for the donuts, you could do a dry rub, if you want to call it that. Or you can do cinnamon and sugar and just powder them in that. You can do a powdered sugar on top, or you can do a little glaze. We're going to do a little glaze, but you guys can do whatever you want. It's totally up to you.
My fingers.
That's good. That tastes really good. There's nothing wrong with cinnamon and sugar, right? Cinnamon is actually really good for you. I don't know about the sugar part, but... Alright, Jeremiah, I'll take our plate for our warm salad.
No.
We have our toasted walnuts here. They're ready to go.
I'm gonna dip it.
We're going to plate our... Thank you, Mom. We're going to plate our warm salad.
Ooh, a toasted walnut in this is good.
Oh, yeah, toasted walnut. Oopsie. I'm spilling a little bit of over. We got our butternut squash. Our gorgeous apples that we got from the farmer's market.
She's spilling, Mama.
I know. What's happening to me?
It's because it's all up on the edge.
We're going to do our pomegranates right on the top. And Sophia's going to drizzle some of those walnuts on there.
You got it, dude.
And Jeremiah, you're going to get us our pomegranate dressing that we got. Hold on, honey. I'm getting all those seeds out. I'm just going to sprinkle. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I squirt
Look
it?
at I'm bleeding.
I'm not bleeding. Wash off the hand.
It's pomegranate juice, people.
Okay, I'm going to actually turn this off for now and get rid of it because we're going to start eating. Jeremiah, I can turn this off.
Perfecto.
I'm going to take
Oh,
this
what's
out
this?
and just move this to the back
Oh,
for
is this
now.
what we got from...
Watch it.
Are we supposed to shake this or no? Oh, well.
All right, so I think it's time to eat. We just want to know what you got. Just a minute, we're not ready yet. We want to know what you guys are going to be up to for the holidays for Thanksgiving. At our church, we try to give away 100 turkey dinners. So we're kind of calling for a little bit of help this year. We need some help from our local community to help us outreach to those people who need a really nice Thanksgiving dinner. We're collecting turkeys and cranberry and stuffing and all of those yummy, delicious things that you and I sit down and enjoy on that Thanksgiving meal. We're going to be doing our version of Thanksgiving, which is actually the stuffed chicken. We don't do turkey, so we're going to have that for you on the show. And we also have a special guest coming from Martin Sausage Company. She's going to be coming in a couple weeks. Her name is Gabrielle, and we're going to share with her some of our delicious gluten-free recipes. She's new to the gluten-free industry, and we just want to welcome them. We have our delicious salad that we're going to be making we made for you today. We're going to show you kind of, this is our full dinner. So if Jeremiah can bring out our stuffed peppers that we have in the oven. We have our delicious donuts here. Now, I want you to see the difference in the donuts. And I want you to tell me which one do you like better. These are the donuts cut with the glass and the apple cutter. And these are the donuts cut with the donut cutter. So if you're on a diet, maybe you want to go with this one. If you're not on a diet, maybe you want to go with this one.
I'm going to go with that one.
So what we're going to do is we're going to take our little drizzle here. Just a moment. And I wanted it to be able to fit into the bowl, so I'm hoping that it still does. We're going to just turn it face down into the bowl. And we're going to pick it up and just kind of rub that little drizzle around the edges and let it cool. Once you let it cool, it makes a nice little hard shell almost on the top. You can actually put your sprinkles on there if you like.
Coffee one.
Do you want to do some pumpkin sprinkles on there?
Yeah,
Or you can even do some of those walnuts. We've got our walnuts for our salad that we're going to put on there. Did you do that already? Okay. And then we have some delicious pomegranate apple cider vinegar. We're just going to put a little bit of that on there. It's going to be yummy. Oh wait, what happened? Oh, I didn't know if we were stuck yet. Jeremiah, the other ones are done. They just needed to be warmed up. Those can go back in, please. Thank you. Sorry, I should have put it up. So we have our peppers stuffed with pepperoni that were ready. We want to put those other ones that we just made in front of you back in. Okay, so I'm drooling right now. I'm so hungry. Alright, so this is the pomegranate vinaigrette. It goes really nice with our warm salad. This is a Bragg's product. You want to make sure you shake it all up. You've got all the spices in the bottom there. Hopefully we didn't miss out on any of that. Maybe I'll just put a little bit more on. And we're going to start giving out our napkins and our forks. And you ready? Ooh, nice, Sophie. All right, take rushing. Just take your time. We don't have to make all the donuts right now. We can save some. We're going to put some pictures up for you. We'll try to put the recipes on Facebook for you. I know you guys have been asking, and we try to get them up as often as we can. It is a lot of work to type all of that in, and I only have 2 little minions. I need a few more. All right, so you guys ready? Here, Sophia, you passed out. Uh-oh. That's why you should stop now, because you're rushing. You are. Okay, put that down.
This is
Jeremiah, now put it away for now. Here, put that away. Like, I got it. Got it. All right, so get rid of this for Mommy and that. You guys can do the rest later. And get rid of the walnuts for now. We're getting ready to eat. We hope you guys have your napkin ready. We hope you guys had your notebooks ready. And Sophia, you can stop licking your fingers and pass out the forks and the napkins. I have the pomegranate here. I'm just going to leave it here for now because I have a lot of juice going around here. Thank you. Now, this isn't a recipe particularly that I remember from being younger, but we did have some really delicious butternut squash recipes that gluten-free grandma made. Like her butternut squash soup is delicious. She always made stuffed peppers with pepperoni. That was probably one of our favorite things, right? Right, Eamers? Gluten-free grandma's saying yes. She always used those big, long green peppers, and she would stuff it, and it just had such a really nice, delicious stuffing in there. It was like steamed, almost like a bread pudding. It was really delicious. We hope we did it justice this time, but we're gonna test it out. You guys ready to eat?
Yeah.
Okay, Jeremiah, you can plate up the peppers, and Sophia, I'll plate up the warm salad, and you can just sit there and get ready to eat.
Okay.
We have some extra sauce. Do you want to get the little ladle that I had in the back there, Jeremiah, for Sophia? Let me get a little. For our warm salad, we're just going to put a little bit on the side.
That's Mom's.
I can't wait to have this, is what I've been looking forward to for a while. Pass me the plates and I'll give them some warm salad. Jeremiah, don't let that fall on.
That's your
Okay, honey, thank you.
This will be.
How about we feed gluten-free grandma and gluten-free dad first? Got that nice warm salad. This can be your dinner, obviously, if you made a little bit of a more bigger portion. This can be a really nice lunch or when you and your friends have a nice time. Or like I said, you can use those peppers for your appetizer for any holiday dinner. And this warm salad, this warm salad is great for anything that you have going on. Can I have a bite now? Oh, goody.
Pass it over to me.
I love the warm salad. I love those walnuts in there. Good job, Sophia. But, you know what we need for the peppers? We need a knife. That apple was nice and crispy. I like that. Is that yours?
No, this is Daddy.
Okay. That's yummy. Where's Sophia's plate? You have a plate yet? You have to save some for Sophia.
This is yours.
Thank you, honey. I just have to put it down for now. Is that okay?
I'll have that.
You want your salad?
Yeah.
Sophia and I love pomegranate. You get the nice soft butternut squash, and then you get that crunchy little walnut and pomegranate seed in there. There you go. Jeremiah, you want to try the salad?
You could tell it's good for you.
Jeremiah, it might be good.
Jeremiah should try it. It might be delicious. No, you gotta try the whole thing together. Like this.
That's pretty good.
Like that. Try that. The whole thing together. Oh, take it yourself. Alright, I got it. What do you think? Not bad? Not bad for a 15-year-old eating a nice salad. I need a knife.
Delicious.
You like the warm salad, gluten-free dad? Oh, goody.
It's delicious.
Gluten-free dad's our biggest critic, so we have to make sure we don't get chopped. How's the pepper?
I think Jeremiah is.
You think so? Stuffed pepper. It's really soft inside. And then you get a little bit of that pepperoni. It's not like gluten-free grandma's she used to make, but it still is really yummy and delicious. You guys want to try a donut? Don't use your hand, please. Alright guys, it's almost time to go. We just want to take a little taste of our donut. Before we go, we're gonna share that because we have to take a picture. We're sharing the donut. Holy moly. Jeremiah, take a bite and then give it to Sophia. Yeah, take a bite and then give it to Sophia. And let us know what you think. I told you before, it's like a cross between a donut and a scone. It's a little bit soft, and then you have that little crunchy, that little glaze on the top that makes it a little bit crunchy. How is it? I'll take a bite.
I think I need another bite.
So
I really good taste.
Oh, you need another bite,
So
really? That's good. We have to make a plate for gluten-free Dad because we promised him we'd make him some donuts. Sophia, I like how you did it with the walnuts. That looks nice, right? It's always a healthier option instead of the sprinkles. We have pumpkin sprinkles. You can always do the walnuts on top, crushed walnuts. All right, so you guys ready? It's almost time to go. What did you like the best, Sophia? You like this salad the best and the donut? What about the stuffed pepper? Jeremiah, how about you? What was your favorite? The donut and the pepper?
Yeah.
Gluten-free Grandma, how about you?
The salad was delicious.
Oh, good. Gluten-free Dad said yes, he likes the salad too. And we had a really nice lunch for you today. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you, Sophia, for helping me. Thank you for Jeremiah for running around and getting everything for us. We hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We want you to come taste and see how good it is to be gluten-free. Tune in next week. We're going to have a special show for you. We're going to get started on our Thanksgiving dinner and all of our holiday specials. So we hope you guys tune in. We love to see you, and make sure you comment for us on the bottom or check on our Facebook posts and let us know what you guys want to see us make. We'd love to hear from you. Have a great day, everybody, and have a delicious weekend. Ciao.
Aprons by REM Designs. Wardrobe by Tula Boutique. Hair by Satinique. Makeup by Artistry. Follow us on livestream, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and YouTube at ABC Gluten Free. ABC Gluten Free is a production of American Bots. Ciao.
Ciao. God bless everybody.